You've been pranked!
Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Happy Saturday. Shadow, congrats on claiming first, and also thank you for collecting daily void shard. Kit Kat, welcome on in. Congrats. Thank you for collecting daily void shard. Let's see. Also, let me check my levels right now. Let's see. I am 20% say so, 50% down bad. I'll have to think about that one. Let's see. Oh yeah, I told you about this song before, but this is a band called Soul Mass. They're a doom death metal band that whose lyrics pertain to Dark Souls related lore. Like, I wish I could find a shirt of theirs, because I would gladly wear them around, being a huge fan of death metal and Dark Souls. Which that reminds me, I need to set aside some days to replay the entire Soul series again. Like I did a few years back in anticipation for Elden Ring. But it'll be the vanilla Dark Souls 2 again. I am not putting myself through Scholar again. Although I do always Scholar playthrough for failing the Spiral Abyss challenge a few months back. So everybody, today we're gonna be playing Genshin. We're gonna be doing the Whirling Waltz main story, and then we're gonna be joining a few friends of ours for Repo later. Let's see. So far, the only one I know who is streaming their end as well is gonna be Lunaris Michiri, or Lunaris Chu, or Luna as we like to call them. But there's their channel. Please check them out if you aren't already. They're very sweet, a lot of fun to hang out with. And also, I don't know if they're gonna be streaming their end or not, but our VTuber sister B Smiley will be joining us too. And also, our friend Dyer will be joining us, although Dyer doesn't stream anymore, but regardless, an awesome friend of ours. Like, in fact, I wonder if there is a shirt available somewhere for the band Soul Mass. Oh, Dark Tranquility. This band is really good too. I just realized I was probably trying to shout for you to hear me. That's my bad. I believe they had a Taurus Demon shirt somewhere. And you know, I gotta say, I love Dark Souls, but I firmly believe that the difficulty of Dark Souls is kind of overhyped. Like, because I was once in the same boat. I used to think that the Souls games were so difficult. Once I started getting good at them, though, I was actually surprised as to how many throwaway bosses there really are in the franchise. Like Dark Souls 2. Oh my goodness! I just looked at the website Dracula Byte, which, by the way, has a lot of like video game and anime T-shirts, but in a heavy metal shirt format. Like, for example, they just released a whole line of Doom merch. They have a Doomslayer shirt in the styling of Behemoth. Actually, it might be easier if I just show you. Like, in fact, yeah, take a look at this. Hang on, let me, there we go. But everybody, look at this. Like they have a Doomslayer shirt in the style of Behemoth, and also in the style of the Rain and Blood uh album cover from Slayer. Several Metallica ones. Let's see. Oh, these are both Ride the Lightning. It's just one's based on the remastered version of the cover, and the other is based on the classic version of the cover. Dio, Deicide, Danzig, Megadeth, Slayer, Slayer. Up, they have a Splatoon shirt in the styling of Slipknot. Palpatine in the styling of Pestilence. Yoda, AC/DC. Metroid in the styling of Anthrax. Mother Brain in the styling of Morbid Angel. Thank you for the lurk, Shadow. Iron Mando, I've gotten that one before for a friend of mine. I gotta get these Bloodborne ones though. Oh, this TARDIS shirt in the styling of Trivium. That one's badass. Oh, I need this one. The Great Grey Wolf Sith and the styling of the Black Dahlia murder. How fitting. Blasphemous in the styling of Cradle of Filth. Elden Ring Megadeth. Riding the Witch. Let's see, Ganon, the Ghost. Star Wars. Anime metal. Okay, I need to look at this. Hang on. Evangelion. Hellsing. Berserk, of course. Wait, is that Sailor Moon in the style of Queen? That's hilarious. Demon Slayer. Death Note, Death Angel. I'm not a fan of S.K. Alexandria, but that's pretty funny. Attack on Titan. My Hero Academia in the style of Mastodon? Pachita in the style of Pantera. That's pretty funny. But yeah, that Evangelion shirt in the styling of like in the style of Revocation is pretty funny. Pokemon, Metroid. Mortal Kombat, of course. Dark Souls, Resident Evil. Legacy of Kain. Dead Space, of course. Bioshock. Pac-Man. Oh, Elder Scrolls, of course. And they have Skyrim in the... Okay. Warcraft, but Warcraft is not an Elder Scrolls game. I don't know who put that there, but Warcraft is not an Elder Scrolls game. Like, even if you're not a fan of Elder Scrolls and Warcraft, you could tell that those are very different from each other. Hang on a second. I gotta turn my monitor on so I can actually see what's in front of me. Last I checked, everybody, I believe that there is a new Daily Dose of Internet to watch, so let's take a look, shall we? Best human moments caught on camera. This was uploaded 17 minutes ago. But that's like 20 minutes long though, so that might be better saved for another time. And we already watched this one. Actually, should we watch it? Actually, you know what? We'll watch it. We'll watch it later. And then let me pause that music because that's going to clash. And let's play some Genshin. Let's see. But yeah, let's do like a few small things here and there before we get into the main story of I cannot talk today. Before we get to the main story of Whirling Waltz today. Oh yeah, I gotta get Escoffier's weapon fully ascended. Which that requires those pearls that drop from various animals in Fontaine. That probably means I'm gonna have to farm those again. But that's okay. Let's see, ascend again. Okay, I just need 6 more. But I just need 6 more and she'll be ready. Which means I need 18 of these made. And that'll about do it. And there we go. Her weapon's fully ascended. Which puts her at 54% crit rate, 195% crit damage. Her ER is kind of low, though, so I'll need to fix that at some point. Would it be worth getting an ER stance? Oh, wait, but then again, I haven't fully ascended this one yet. Also, what materials does she require for her talents? I should really check that. Which, I'm actually really glad that I pulled for her. Because I'm hearing rumors that she's like a... I'm hearing rumors that Skirk is gonna be mainly a freeze DPS. And, well, Escoffier is all about buffing freeze. And, oh yeah, I actually got another sack frag for Aoife, which is pretty good for him. It's efficient Chaos Circuit. Which, those are easy to get, I just have to find a few Rune Sentinels. Also, I did lose my 50-50 earlier, just by chance. Trying to go for more Aoife constellations, which he's at C4 right now. And I lost my 50-50 to Misaki, which is okay, because I actually wanted more constellations of her. Plus, that means I can save my guarantee for Skirk. As much as I want to get Chiori, I want Skirk more. So I think I might just skip Chiori. I might just skip the Chronicle Wish banner and just wait out for Skirk. Wait, who's adding me? Oh wait, Penguin? Why is that bird wearing a hat? Wait, hang on. Hang on, did I see that correctly? This guy has a C6 Ito. Someone is a really big fan of Ito. Everything's maxed out. His weapon at R2. Sorry, I just had to check this real quick. Crit damage, very nice. Geo damage with pretty decent rolls, actually. Hey, Fedora Penguin, welcome on in. How are you? Hang on a second. Let me give you a shout out. Everybody, please go check out Fedora Penguin. Fedora Penguin is a member of the Purgatory stream team, and we actually collaborated with them for a lockdown protocol a few weeks back with other Purgatory members as well. But yeah, they're really cool. So please go check them out if you aren't already. 10.5 and 19.7 crit damage. Nice. Yo, these are actually pretty good rolls. Dude, that is a well-constructed Ito right there. I was about to say if that's a Hyper Bloom Raiden, I'm gonna crash out because there's too many of those. Whoa, what the? Oh, did I? Oops, I did not mean to do that.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
Why'd you ask to join my world? Oh! Penguin, I didn't know this was you. I honestly didn't know you played Genshin. But yeah, that was a misclick, sorry. But dude, your Ito impresses me, dude. Like, I have never seen anybody with a C6 Ito until now. But yeah, I honestly had no idea I honestly had no idea. For some reason, I didn't think you played Genshin.
Come take a look.
Also, while we're still warming up, I gotta farm some handguards for a weapon that Yansan is carrying. Yeah, because I can't craft any right now. Now, minor nitpick about this, I really wish that the Nobushi would drop more than one of the base material per unit downed. Oh, is that a Sprigatito taking notes? That is cute. Oh, Pokemon games. If only you had... If only you had, Like, I hate to say it, everybody, but the quality of Pokemon games has been going downhill lately. Like, I know some people are excited for the new Pokemon games, but I'm actually not that excited. Because Scarlet and Violet were total glitch fests. Like, it barely functioned. And you know, the quality of the animation has gone down. And the sad part is, there's no incentive for them to improve. Because people are just gonna buy them regardless because they're Pokemon games. Like, if you enjoy the games, that's fine. You know, but I just have to point out that the quality of Pokemon games has been going downhill lately.
Let the engines! Pyroclastic surge! Incinerate! Light it up!
Why do I get the feeling that I just made a mistake? But hey, Penguin, how's your weekend going? Oh, and is anybody in chat playing the new Doom? Because I plan on getting it next week.
Let's
Get
get
to
down
work.
to business.
And I've been hearing nothing but good things about it.
More! Finally, finally,
See, I'm good. Glad to hear it.
Rise with the sun.
But yeah, the plan for today is, you know, Genshin, then the Repo collab, and then off stream, I'm gonna be joining a VR chat party, and possibly doing a little drinking.
Fulfill our pact. Bring it. Hear the echoes of the valley. Teamwork is teamwork. You two. Time to end.
Wrath from the sky. Incinerate. Light it up.
the very end. Finally, to the very
There we go. Oh, and I did just get the links for the other people who are going to be playing Repo with us. I just got to put them in. I just got to put them into the YouTube description. I just got to put them into the YouTube description once we go on break or something.
Letting brave names echo.
say no more.
Going in.
My blade.
Show no mercy.
Light of the blazing sun.
Finally,
Hey, you missed, big guy.
boom.
Burn it down.
To the very
Rise with the sun.
finally, let's get down to business.
Light it up. Wrath from the sky.
To the very
Poor guy didn't stand a chance. I just straight up one-shotted him.
Get to work. Line, East Papa.
I'm to Kyrie. Finally,
Incinerate.
Too easy. After we collect all the handguards we can for this instance, we'll move on to the Whirling Waltz story.
Another technique.
Pyroclastic surge.
Suffocate.
Full throttle.
It's kind of funny. When I first stepped foot into Inazuma, I had such a hard time because it was raining out and I got freeze locked by those Fatui big boys with the cryo cannons.
let's get down to business.
Let the mountain's veins boil.
Wrath from the sky.
To the very
Burn it down.
let's get down to business.
Letting brave names echo. Teamwork is
Vice.
you two. Time to
Light of the blazing
Oh, Fair Maiden, hello.
I heard you. Show no mercy.
Wrath from the sky! Pyroclastic surge!
Finally, I... The berry.
Too easy.
Fulfill our pact.
There's more. Finally, I... No.
Oops. Not what I meant to do. Oh yeah, I forgot. They actually added teleport waypoints to, They actually added teleport waypoints as the overworld.
Light it up!
It's my lucky day.
Show no mercy.
Light of the blazing sun!
The berry.
Like, even when I think I'm done, farming for handguards, they release a new character or weapon that requires handguards. I mean, anything to keep us coming back here, I guess. But at least for the most part, I don't have to fight these bosses anymore. Because usually any new characters they release, requires the new boss materials. You just have to go back to the respective regions for the local specialties that they require.
Rise with the sun!
For the longest time, there were like a few local specialties that only had like one character, but then they released a character that requires those as well.
Wrath from the sky! Incinerate!
And well, the treasure hoard insignias, I don't think I gotta worry about running out of those anytime soon, because we fight treasure hoarders all the time.
Show no mercy. Lolene, please pop up everybody. Stand back.
Pyroclastic surge!
Finally, I... No. To the berry.
Burn it down!
See, wait, were there any more? I guess that's everything. But yeah, where does that leave us for Yansan's weapon? Oh good, I can ascend it. I probably don't have enough Mora to... Nope, I do not. I'm probably gonna have to farm some Mora tomorrow to get this all the way up. But she's looking pretty good. And yeah, she's only C2 right now. Hopefully I can get her to C6 eventually. But anyway, everybody, let's go ahead and go back to Fontaine for the Whirling Waltz main story. And then next week is the oh, hang on.
Oh, man.
Oh, hey, it's Auroron and Aoife.
Bro!
Bro.
Are you mimicking me? Now's not the time. Come on.
No, I mean, one of our buddies is here, for real. Quite a few of them, actually.
Aurora and Aoife, what brings you to Fontaine?
Huh? How come you're... Ah, I'm guessing Kinich is here because of that international smuggling case, right? I've heard quite a bit about that.
Word sure gets around quickly, huh?
First time abroad and you're already making headlines.
Wouldn't expect any less.
Oh, stop it. It's not like I was the center of attention.
Wasn't expecting to see the Traveler and Paimon here too, though.
Come on, Aoife.
Huh?
A traveler, by definition, is someone who travels around.
Fair point.
You got him there.
Anyway, back on topic. Wait a second. I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about again?
Why, you're all here, of course.
For vegetables.
Kuku. Huh?
I'll go first. It's for the Chevrolamine Film Fantasyland. Wait, is that right?
Close enough.
It's Cheval Moran.
Ah, right. I keep stumbling over that one. Guess I owe Cheval Moran an apology, even if she's not here.
It's okay.
Anyway, long story short, the festival restaurant urgently needed fresh vegetables from Natland, which is why Aoife and I are here.
So, you guys are vegetable couriers?
He is. I'm just here as a responsible adult. It's his first time traveling so far away from home, and all the elders in his tribe were worried. So they had me come along.
And by all the elders, you mean Sitlali, right?
Even though it's your first time too.
Right, but they still picked me to accompany you. You gotta wonder why that might be.
Don't you get it? They all just saw how overworked you were, so they used it as an excuse to send you off on a vacation.
Wait, what? So I'm getting the grandson treatment now too? See? Doesn't matter how much older you are than this dude. Hang out with him long enough, and you'll eventually find yourself being treated like a kid.
Meaning everyone looks after you. What's so bad about that?
In theory, nothing at all.
But
In that case, guess I better start over. Hi guys, my name's Aoife, and I just turned 5.
wait, where's that coming from? Nice to meet you, little bro.
Paimon's not sure who the responsible adult is anymore. So, what about Kakuku? If he was here, we'd be making more of a ruckus than we already are.
That's exactly what's got me worried.
Aoife, there's nothing to worry about. You're a big boy. You can handle yourself now even without Kakuku.
You think that's what I'm worried about? Anyway, my priority right now is Kakuku. Suffice it to say, Kakuku's in big doo-doo.
Big doo-doo? Are you Jar Jar or something? That's the only person I know who says doo-doo to say I'm in trouble.
How so? He's so small, and all he knows are a few harmless phrases. What kind of trouble could he even get himself into?
Let me guess. Did he get caught out by the law on flying objects?
Bro, you too?
Not me. How?
Oh, that pesky little chatterbox.
Pesky little chatterbox.
So that's why he hasn't interrupted us this whole time. Guess he's too scared to show his face.
That, plus he's already spouted enough nonsense for one day. So I've put him on mute until tomorrow.
Nice one. If I was even half as decisive as you are, I would have kept a closer hold on Kakuku so he didn't get a chance to go flying off.
I guess that's what flying objects do.
Oh no, bro. Or rather, did Kakuku get caught by the guards for flying around?
If they had managed that, we'd at least be able to track him down. But when the guards started chasing him, Kakuku flew into that building next door.
That must mean he must have run into Nouvellette.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was a high-stakes pursuit going down in there as we speak. Just like one of those cool crime movies.
Which building? That one?
Yup, that's the one. Kukuku sure has a good eye for a getaway. It's the tallest building around. I may be able to fly up pretty high, but checking every last window would still take quite a while. As for Aoife, well, let's just say he's not flying anywhere without a Saurian. Sorry about that.
Not like it's my fault, though. You don't have to apologize on my behalf.
Wait a sec. What's this got to do with how high you can fly? Kukuku's got himself into a real mess here, like a panicked animal running straight into a trap. It's pretty worrying. I'm starting to picture him flapping through a barrage of gunfire while important documents are flying about left, right, and center.
Heck yeah! If anyone can pull it off, it's Kukuku. He's always been such an awesome Saurus. I believe in him.
In other words, right now in this building, there could be not one awesome Saurus, but two.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
Of course I'm for real. I'd never make light of something like that.
All right. Everyone's an awesome Saurus. Well, the human version. But our priority right now should be to go in there and check up on Kukuku.
As it happens, Kinich and I were heading over to Palladium Memorial for something else.
Leave it to us.
You sure? Wow, awesome. That'll be a huge help.
And if Kukuku doesn't listen to you, I give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
Wait, since when was that up to you?
Well, then it's your call, bro.
All right then, if Kukuku doesn't listen to you, I also give you permission to pull out a couple of his feathers.
There you go. If he objects to that, tell him to come find us.
He won't. Trust me.
Well, that's certainly, persuasive. Oh, wait, does that mean we're gonna meet, Nouvellette and... Well, at very least, Nouvellette.
Nothing new there.
What's all that commotion? Are they arguing in there?
Oh, hey, there's Nouvellette. And Risley, too. Oh, and there's Kukuku.
No way, bro!
Did he say he came from Natlan? No.
Get out of here!
I can understand his words, just not what they mean.
Oh, no.
For real now?
Bro!
He keeps repeating the same things over and over again. Oh, you know one another.
He's a bro of a bro.
He's a friend! Yeah! A Saurian friend of a human friend!
Great. Well, that was easy. Looks like we've tracked down the owner. Guess that's one less lost and found notice for you to write, Monsieur Nouvellette.
For real?
Traveler, was there something important you wanted to discuss with the Udex? I'm just about done with my business here. Need me to step out?
Hey, long time no see, Risley.
Stay and hear them out first. Perhaps it will have some bearing on your own work.
Nouvellette. Respect for this man.
If I'm not mistaken, you are the same Mr. Kinich who served as a witness in the smuggling trial? I take it there's been a further development in the case.
That's right. Very perceptive, Mr. Udex.
So you've met Nouvellette before? But wasn't the trial overseen by another judge?
I'm sorry, the way Paimon pronounces Nouvellette drives me nuts. Where is the R?
I've seen his photo in the papers. But as for this other gentleman...
Allow me to introduce you to Mr. Risley, administrator of the Fortress of Meripede. Or in layman's terms, Fontaine's prison warden. Please, feel free to share anything about the case. There's no need to keep anything from him.
Pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you!
Wow, that sounded just like me.
Wait, that sounded like you? Okay, bro.
But should we really discuss official business in front of the Saurian?
Oh, wow! Oh, no!
I believe he said, or rather, I suppose he meant, that he'll keep this to himself. Though I should mention, Mr. Kukuku, that we will have to ask you to sign a confidentiality agreement.
Sure thing, bro!
It's all a bit strange. But they really are awesome, Sora.
Let us return to the matter at hand. Mr. Kinich, was there something else you wanted to discuss relating to the case?
Yes. Let me fill you in.
Kinich tells Neuvillette and Risley about the Lepine Pauline finding the gun. Neuvillette makes inquiries at the relevant personnel, and sure enough, they locate the box of the gun that Lepine Pauline spoke of.
Wow! It really is exactly like Lepine Pauline's sketch! That must be all that practice drawing engineering blueprints, huh?
Yeah, there's no denying it. That's of Natlanese origin.
So if it's true that this weapon came into Fontaine alongside the contraband from the smuggling case, then there's a high chance we overlooked a suspect.
That's exactly my line of thought.
I see. Mr. Kinich, thank you for reporting this promptly. I'll arrange for the Marechaussee Phantom to investigate right away. We should begin by questioning the prisoners in custody. Risley.
I'll sign off on the interrogation request. Don't you worry.
That would be much appreciated.
It's lucky that the Palais Mermonia wasn't scheduled to release any public bulletins today, and that this gun's lost and found notice hasn't been written up yet. In other words, the news hasn't leaked.
I'll be staying in Fontaine for the time being. If there's any progress in the investigation or you need my help, feel free to reach out anytime.
That goes for me too.
Yep, we were just about to go help out with Lepine Pauline's convention. If there's any news, we'll keep you all posted.
You mean the convention that we helped out all of Stream Thursday?
Marvelous. Thank you all. Well then, all that's left is to...
You miss me, bro?
He really does come out with the most unexpected things. Who did he learn it all from?
A couple of top bros from Natlan.
Huh. Well, it's pretty extraordinary.
Anyway, according to due process, we must first determine whether Mr. Kukuku qualifies as a flying object. And, following on from our conversation just now, he also needs to sign a confidentiality agreement. Drafting said agreement may take some time.
Looks like you'll be staying with us for a while then, Kukuku. Excited?
I can help I can help pass the message on to his friends.
That would save us a lot of trouble. Many thanks.
Don't mention it.
All right then, we'd better get going. No need to see us off.
Man, good thing. Man, good thing that we're good friends with Neuvillette and Risley. Otherwise, that would have been a bit more complicated.
I have to keep an eye on the deployment of guards at all times.
Ah, there you are, bros.
Aurora and Aoife, we found Kukuku!
What's the situation? How bad is it?
There's some good news and some bad news.
Oh no. When I saw that Kukuku wasn't with you, I'd already prepared myself for the worst.
Relax, Aoife. Maybe Kukuku just prefers high-rise living now. Sometimes you just have to let the kids grow up and make their own choices in life.
For real now? Do you even hear yourself, bro?
It's not that bad. Kakuku's fine. Still very much alive and kicking for starters.
He hasn't been arrested either, so no jail time.
Even had an interesting chat with some veritable VIPs.
See?
You're not exactly reassuring me here.
As for the bad news, well, it's really not that bad. Kakuku accidentally overheard some top secret stuff, so he has to stay at the Palais Marmonia for a while to sign a confidentiality agreement. But there's no need to worry. The person in charge of looking after Kakuku is super nice, so he'll be absolutely fine.
You'll just have to wait a bit longer.
All right. That doesn't sound too bad after all. Wow, hearing that's put my mind to rest.
But based on my understanding of how things work here, the ban on flying objects should be over by the time Kakuku actually gets out.
What a shame. Oh well, I guess we'll just have to go have some fun without him.
You don't look disappointed in the slightest.
Anyway, Auroron and I will be staying in guest rooms upstairs at the Hotel de Boer for the time being. Feel free to drop by if you need us.
All right, bro.
Yay, problem solved! All right, let's catch up another day.
Act 1 completed. Okay, so we gotta go to the next day at 8 o'clock in the morning. But everybody, I need to step away for a bit because I need to use the restroom and also take care of a couple other things away from AFK. But we'll be right back and we'll continue the story. everybody, welcome back. Let's continue on. Morning the day after tomorrow. Oh, it has to be like 2 days from now. That's okay though. Also, I'm sorry if you hear noises in the background. I've got a load of laundry going. Oh! Dropped my controller.
It's been a few days. Ban on flying objects should be over by now. Let's head over to the Palais Mermonia to see how Kukuku's doing.
Of course, that also means a Howl is going to be out and about again, too. Unfortunately. Morning, little dude.
Oh, wow! Kukuku's learned a new greeting! Is that good news or bad news, though?
Sorry, I did everything within my power. But so far, I've only managed to teach him how to say good morning.
Wait, so that's all you've been up to this whole time? Get out of here!
I think that means no.
Huh? Okay, so good mornings aside, please tell Paimon there's been some other progress, too.
Of course. That's why I'm here. Kukuku's not the only one that Mr. Wriothesley's been getting to talk. I'm referring, of course, to the convicts.
Oh, I cannot talk today. From the Fortress of Meripede in the smuggling case.
It was nothing. These guys weren't exactly tough nuts to crack.
Well, Fontaine's Batman, everybody.
So, what's the deal?
After racking their brains, they remembered speaking to an inconspicuous middle-aged man just as they were preparing to pack up and leave Natlan. He was dressed in the manner of the Children of Echoes and carrying a box. Plus, the description matches the one the gun was found in. All in all, he didn't look any different from your average Natlanese traveler. Perhaps seeing that they were dressed as merchants, this man stopped for a chat, inquiring where their goods were headed, and even asking if they could share a boat. The smugglers were very cautious, though. They didn't tell him any specifics. But all this happened before I crossed paths with them. I happened to notice them as they were preparing to set sail. I thought they looked shady, so I snuck aboard, and ended up being carried along all the way to Fontaine.
Well, this is taking a turn.
Boss, do we know if those Fontainians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie. It's all supply and demand, kid. Supply and demand. Natlan's foreign trade is just starting to lift off. There'll be a market for it, you'll see.
That's right. So stop giving the boss trouble, rookie. Just do your job and keep an eye on the goods.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Fontaine to do business? Scarred face. Calloused hands. On closer inspection, the fabric looks worn at the knees and elbows, and his fingernails are dirty. Not exactly your typical merchant. Could he have previously been a warrior? Or even an adventurer? Something feels off.
Yeah, he stands out.
I'd better sneak up and get a closer look.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
Find a way to create a diversion so that you can investigate the cargo. Nope, not what I wanted. Nope.
Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items outside Natlan.
That was close.
What was that sound?
That was a glitch and a half.
Boss, do we know if those Fontainians will even like this stuff? What if we can't shift it?
And that's why we call you a rookie.
That's right.
Are they merchants? Have they come to Scarred face? On closer inspect, could he have previously? Something feels off.
Anyway.
Nice thinking, boss. This tourist tub's been fast going and smooth sailing. Plus, no one's been asking us what we're up to.
That goes without saying. Big cargo ship would have been too slow, whereas the smaller ones would have been faster but way too bumpy. If we ended up damaging the goods by accident, all these months spent grafting away would have gone up in smoke.
Seriously? But there's hardly anything here. Would it really have taken them months to prepare? And why would they need to transport it with such care? Could they be secretly smuggling precious items out of Natlan? I'll need to find a way to get to the bottom of this.
But no! Why did it go there? Why'd it go there?
Let's go hear what these criminals have to say for themselves. Sure enough, there are relics inside the box. It's illegal to smuggle such items outside Natlan.
Hey, why the long face? You're abroad on business, and you get to do some sightseeing while you're at it. Sounds like a pretty sweet deal to me. You better cheer up if you know what's good for you.
I guess you're right. I was just worried I might have messed up with the packing, or that something's gonna go wrong along the way.
Oh, pull yourself together. Tons of foreign tourists come traveling to Fontaine. I bet their luggage is full of all kinds of weird stuff. If someone insists on checking it all, just show them the purchase order we had drawn up. Those Fontainians can't get enough of their legalese, so I've heard. They can look all they want.
Nation of justice, after all.
So their aim is to smuggle in contraband after all. Looks like I've gathered enough intel about the smugglers and their contraband. Time to inform port security.
It has a how as the loading thing.
So anyway, that was when I went and told the Fontainian guards about my suspicions. After an investigation and a chase, they finally apprehended them and sent them on their way.
Well, guess they're headed exactly where they should be.
Good job, Kinich.
Based on your recollections just now,
I was completely focused on those smugglers at the time. so I wasn't really paying attention to other passersby.
It's only natural. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Kinich, you did great!
In other words, the person who brought the gun here, the one who lost it, has no connection to the smugglers whatsoever. They were working entirely on their own.
Oh dear, oh dear!
Sounds like Mr. Kukuku wants to chime in?
He said this elusive individual's actions are positively mystifying.
Wait, how did you understand that?
It's a good observation, I quite agree. However, we still know next to nothing about the person. Perhaps we should start by focusing on the lost item itself.
It came from ancient Natlanese dragon ruins. It's a genuine antique, so it must be of great value. A genuine treasure lost by the roadside, yet it still remains unreported and unclaimed. It doesn't seem like an accident. No, it's as if someone left it there on purpose. Bait? Why would someone just leave such a valuable antique out in the middle of nowhere? Was the plan for someone to come pick it up?
It certainly seems like it was the bait in some kind of trap. The only question is, why wasn't the bait made more conspicuous?
Has something sprung to mind?
I just remembered a film I watched this one time.
Huh? Oh wow, no way, bro!
Hold on, let me explain. Just now, the traveler speculated that this box might have been placed there on purpose, as if the intention was for someone to come pick it up. That got me thinking about those films about kidnapping cases. When they demand their ransom, the kidnappers tell the victim's family to leave money or valuables at a designated spot for someone to come pick up.
That doesn't merely happen in films. There have been similar cases in real life. In fact, if anything, it's probably the real-life events that inspired the films.
Sounds plausible.
Ooh. Wait. This raises the stakes to a whole new level. If the gun really was some kind of ransom, then since we took the box, the kidnappers never got their payment, so
Oh no.
does that mean they executed the hostage?
Paimon, stay calm. We haven't heard of any missing people.
I agree. I don't believe we have a kidnapping on our hands. Selling off stolen goods is extra work that most kidnappers would want to avoid. Unless they're after something very specific, they tend to just ask for cash. Could we be dealing with a kidnapper who's dead set on getting their hands on an ancient dragon handgun? It's not impossible, but the likelihood is very slim. We can discount that possibility for now. And speaking of selling stolen goods, don't you think this looks more like a transaction?
About the seller. The gun was placed in a locked box and hidden away. Clearly the seller wanted to keep their identity a secret. After receiving the instructions, the buyer would have gone to the designed spot with the money to pick up the goods. To ensure they actually got paid, the seller would likely have been watching the buyer. Before the buyer could show up, Lapine and Pauline found the goods by chance while setting up the event venue. Due to the unexpected arrival of Phil Fantasyland, the deal had to be called off.
So, bottom line, this was an individual smuggler at work.
Exactly. And it was the location itself that caused the deal to fall through. The last thing they would have expected was for a quiet beach to turn into a bustling film convention overnight. Not only is the area now packed with tourists, but the Spina di Rosula have a presence there. I'll bet that both parties were completely caught off guard.
That sounds like a plausible theory, but how do we verify it?
Looks like your people better start rolling up their sleeves.
How so?
Yeah, how so?
Easy. Just follow the usual procedure by putting up a lost and found notice. The more routine we make it seem, the more likely the suspect will come forward to claim it. Even if they send a proxy, we're liable to get our hands on new leads. And timing-wise, it's about time we updated the bulletin board anyway. All we need now is a lucky gestionnaire to write up the notice for us post-haste.
Ah, so that's what you meant by rolling up their sleeves. In that case, I may as well write it myself. Delegating this to someone else would require an additional explanation.
Or are you just not used to asking others to work overtime?
Is that really a major concern here?
Well, looks like I won't be needed around here. At least until the notice has been posted.
You could always wait here if you like. The Palais Mermonia serves a particularly fine cup of tea, if that swings it for you.
Thanks, but no thanks. I left a very noisy creature with a friend before heading out, so I should probably get back to feed it.
I like how he refers to Ahau as a creature.
Ah, I wasn't aware that you had a pet, Mr. Kinich. Speaking of pets...
Welcome back, Shadow.
Yep, that's the plan. Out of here, indeed.
I believe that what Wriothesley is trying to say is, you are free to leave, Mr. Kukuku.
By the way, if there are any Final Fantasy fans in the chat, Neuvillette here is voiced by the same voice actor as Noctis from Final Fantasy 15.
Furthermore, it has been determined that Mr. Kukuku should not, in fact, be classified as a flying object. As such, he shall be free to move around Fontaine whenever he so pleases.
You're the best, bro. Oh, that really is good news.
I love
Travelers, should we bring Kukuku back to Aoife and Auroron?
fishing at Final Fantasy 15. It's so relaxing. I've yet to finish Final Fantasy 15. I've heard good things about it.
I shall leave him in your capable hands.
No problem.
Indeed.
Like, I do want to play all the Final Fantasy games eventually, you know, except Final Fantasy 14, of course, but that's a story for another day.
Rise with the sun!
And I did hear good things about Final Fantasy 16, too.
Ahau.
What? What now?
Let's shake hands.
Fine by me. Get ready for a knuckle sandwich!
Oh, nice dodge.
Paimon feels strangely inclined to keep a safe distance. Did you miss me, bro?
Kukuku, you're free!
Ugh, not you again. Nope, didn't miss you in the slightest.
And who asked?
Hey, other granny. And hey, Paimon and Kinich. It's good to see you all. Thanks for bringing Kukuku back.
Get it away! Get it away from me!
That's rude.
Nice to meet you, bro. Who are you calling bro? Say that again to my face! I dare you.
If you've got the energy to argue this much, you're clearly not hungry yet. Let's go find something to eat while Ahau lives his best life.
Poor Ahau. He spent all day being tormented by Auroron, only to discover that the suffering's just begun.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Aoife, as a Saurian vet, how can you just sit back and watch our little dragon bro suffer?
Huh? How am I the bad guy?
Even hear yourself? Ah! Doesn't anyone want to hear how Kukuku got out of jail?
I missed the racket. You explain what happened to Kukuku with Aoife and Auroron. Hearing that Kukuku now has permission to fly around freely, Ahau's face goes even redder than before.
Don't lose hope, Ahau. By the same standard, you have freedom of movement now, too. You're still in the game?
Same standard? I will not be held to the same standard as that thing!
That's right. You won't. As far as I understand, the Palais Mermonia will want to assess your case on its own merits before they grant you freedom of movement.
Where's that Saurian meat restaurant again? I'm gonna march that little pink balloon right into the kitchen!
I'd love to see you try.
Yeah, good luck with that, bro. You'll be putting your own neck on the line, too.
Also, there's no such restaurant!
Anyway, thanks for looking after a How, guys. I'll take over from here.
Why, you?
I will never get tired of Kinich flicking away a How. And by the way, I think I mentioned this before, but in case people weren't around to hear it, in the Japanese dub, Kinich and a How are voiced by the same voice actors as Naruto and Sasuke, respectively.
Between the two, Kukuku wins the cuteness competition hands down.
Well, Paimon wins my cuteness competition.
Really? Thanks! Wait, who are the other contestants, though?
Don't worry about it. Sorry, everybody. My washing machine is entering the rinse cycle, so it's about to get pretty noisy.
The lost and found notice is up! Maybe we should go hang around the Palais Mermonia to see if anyone shows up to claim it.
Good idea. And sorry, everybody, I'm taking care of something behind the scenes as well.
Welcome to Palais Mermonia.
Instead of confining themselves to the heavens, God should broaden their horizons in the world below.
Welcome to Palais Mermonia.
I hope the weather's nice like this tomorrow as well.
Okay.
Huh, looks like there were quite a few others with the same idea.
One second, everybody. It's getting warm in here, so I gotta turn my vents back on. I'll be back. There we go. I went ahead and grabbed myself some water, too.
Ah, hello, you two.
Have there been any developments? Okay, guess not.
Yeah, I guess not.
Well, the notice was only just posted. Guess it's pretty unlikely that someone would show up right at...
Special Patrol, open up!
Ah! Who's there? What's going on? The Special Patrol?
I don't think that's who this is.
Please, and someone's knocking at the door.
Hey, this isn't the time for silly jokes. Let's go check it out.
A guard for Primary Memorial carefully opens the door. A familiar figure
Good
walks
day,
in.
all. Gramps, grannies, aunts, and uncles.
What in the Tevet are you doing here, Auroran?
Oh, he must be the one you mentioned. Kukuku's owner?
One of his owners. Kind of. But, bro, what are you doing here?
I'm here to claim a lost item.
Can't tell if he's being deadpan or deadly serious.
Is this the person you saw on the boat, Mr. Kinich?
Somehow I highly doubt that. For starters, he just addressed us as Gramps and Grannies. And unless this is the youngest looking middle-aged man in the world, I don't think he's our guy.
I apologize for my grandson bursting in like this.
Huh. Was there something wrong with my door-knocking etiquette? That's how they do it in all the films.
You can't just get everything from films.
That's not door-knocking etiquette. That's the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol doing their job. Completely different things.
Oh, I see. I figured it was just a polite way of requesting entry, to show the people inside you had something important to discuss. Oh, sorry about that. I totally goofed that one up. Give me a moment. I'll go back out and try again.
No need. Let's just get down to business.
So, Auroran, you said you were here to claim a lost item. What did you lose?
Yeah, so basically...
Oran carefully describes from the style of the box of the gun itself, everything matches.
For real now? Oh, come on, bro.
Is arresting my dear grandson what this come to?
Auroran, be honest now. Were you the one who lost this?
No, it belongs to a friend.
So it belongs to Aoife?
Of course not. Aoife has his own gun.
So why is he claiming it? Auroran, tell us the truth. Otherwise, we're gonna have to arrest you for real.
All right, then. I knew this wouldn't go well. So, here's what went down. This morning, Aoife and I were playing rock, paper, scissors. Before long, he'd lost, as he usually does. So we figured we'd head out and visit some of the court of Fontaine's famous landmarks. When we got near the plaza, a man suddenly stopped us to ask for help. He said that he had lost something and that someone had found it and sent it over to the Palais Mermonia. But apparently he used to work here and was worried it'd be awkward bumping into his old coworkers, so he asked us to pretend to be the owners and claim it on his behalf.
And he didn't think that was the least bit sus? I'm fine making some chili sauce, are you? Ooh. What kind of chili sauce? Like, is it a chili garlic, sweet chili? Sorry, I'm really curious.
You didn't manage to keep that pretense up for long.
It's fine. I'm not the one who feels awkward anyway.
So, a former employee of the Palais Mermonia. Was this individual a Fontaine native?
Yes, at least I assume so. He looked like a well-dressed gentleman to me.
We're gonna have a firm talking to with Silali when we return, I can assure you.
We were about to refuse,
Garlic sesame to like.
but he
That
was
sounds
so
delicious.
polite.
Could it have been a disguise?
Oh no. Auroran, Paimon thinks you've been tricked. This person might be in cahoots with the bad guys. Oh, maybe he already took off and escaped as soon as your mission went pear-shaped.
No way. I'm not that dumb.
Huh?
He's not going anywhere. Aoife and Kukuku are keeping an eye on him over at the plaza.
Keeping an eye on him. I like the sound of that.
Nicely done, bro.
In that case, let's hurry over to where Aoife is! Time to catch that con man and find out what's really going on here!
Wait a minute, I have a question first. Traveler, Paimon. You're pretty famous in Natlan, right?
Right.
Oh, we're basically household names. But why do you ask?
Well, it's not just us.
Would that be a problem?
Remember when I said that the seller might be watching in secret?
If so, then picking Auroron to do their dirty work was a careless mistake on their part.
It suggests that the person who got Auroron to claim the item might not be fully in the know themselves. There are plenty of unanswered questions, but standing around racking our brains won't help. However, I still suggest that the famous faces among us, meaning the Traveler and Kinich, oh, and of course, Monsieur Nivelette too, stay here for the time being. We'll empty the box, give it to Auroron, and then he can claim the item as if nothing happened. I'll follow to check if anyone is watching. I doubt anyone would recognize me anyway, so I shouldn't draw too much attention.
Being low-key has its advantages.
I think this plan is worth a try. I shall leave it to the pair of you.
So, I have to go undercover again, right?
Well, not exactly undercover. Just drop the special patrol persona and be yourself instead.
Roger that. Over and out.
That's kind of the opposite of what Risley was saying, bud. Okay, head to the plaza as planned. You know, hey, we get to play as Risley.
No sign of any suspicious individuals around here. Auroron has entered the elevator as planned. I'll head over to the plaza now.
Kukuku's chasing the guy around. But yeah, what's the sauce for out of curiosity, Christiana?
Nothing suspicious going on here either. Strange. Maybe we're overthinking this?
Oh dear! Oh dear!
Stop with the pecking! Stop with the pecking! Please, sir, I'm begging you, do me a favor and get this pet of yours under control!
The heck are you on about?
Sorry, but he's not my pet. He's my coworker. And I should warn you, he's not too happy with how you're talking about him.
What the? This thing has a job? So in Natlan, they just dish out jobs to any old thing.
Uh-oh. Kukuku's not too big on being called a thing either. You're on your own now.
I'm sorry. Please, Mr. Kukuku. Master Kukuku. Lord Kukuku. I meant no offense, I promise.
All right, Kukuku. That'll do for now. Let me ask him some questions first.
Sure thing, bro.
Auroron actually looks pretty serious this time. Was he just pretending
Regular
to be
condiment
clueless
use.
earlier?
Our usual one is almost finished, and I was gonna try, and I want to try to make a homemade version, so I don't have to go out and buy more. Smart.
Interesting. I think I'll sit back and see how this plays out.
You actually got it? Wow, didn't think it would be that easy.
Ah, excellent. Looks like sending you was the right approach after all.
After all?
I mean, because the staff at the Palais Mermonia don't recognize you, right?
So, I got it. But I don't remember promising I'd hand it over.
Huh?
This thing's pretty cool. I've taken a bit of a liking to it.
Please don't do this, my good sir, my master, my lord. My very life hangs in the balance.
His life hangs in the balance?
If this means so much to you, what are you gonna offer me in return?
Dang, Auroron's playing doing the whole good cop, bad cop routine.
Are you trying to get him to say my life?
How'd you know that?
Because I watched that film with you. You should drop the act. We don't want a real misunderstanding in our hands.
You're probably right. But honestly, I don't know what else to say. Sorry, this is the most myself I can be. Is that enough?
Enough. More than enough.
Who's this dude?
Just think of me as a staff member from the Palais Mermonia. Now, if you don't mind, I have some questions for this gentleman about that life or death treasure you were just discussing. Truthful answers appreciated, of course.
Oh no, I'm toast now.
Yeah, he's cooked.
What's that supposed to mean? You don't think the Palais Mermonia has the ability to protect our citizens?
No, I mean, yes, of course they do. Please ask away.
Yo, whoever hired this guy, whoever put this guy up to it, he is really, really bad at this.
I could do that. But I'd rather you just tell the whole story, from the beginning.
I suppose I only have myself to blame. Such a rare antique, I couldn't resist. I'm a collector of antiques. Nothing excites me more than rare, old relics, and to be completely honest, if someone's selling, I'm buying. I don't care to ask where they sourced their goods. As for the seller of this particular item, well, I've never met him in person. We've had some prior dealings, but always under the cover of coded ads in some shady tabloids. Lost and found notices, missing person ads, that sort of thing. As long as I took care to hide a time and place somewhere within the text, then slipped some mora into the envelope before submitting the ad, it would get published. And that was that. No fuss, no trace. Simple, right? Normally, everything goes off without a hitch. But this time, I arrive at the pickup spot expecting a discreet in and out, and instead, I find a whole construction crew at work. That was not what we'd agreed, but I couldn't just let it go, so I reached out to him again the same way as usual.
But
he replied, and do you know what he said? He told me that the item's now in the Palais Mermonia.
Well, he wasn't lying about that.
He insisted that it would be inconvenient for him to make an appearance himself, but said that if I could somehow find a way to retrieve it from the Palais, he'd give me a discount on the price. Of course it wasn't the discount that swung it. Do I look like I'm strapped for cash?
Feeling smug now, are we?
Feeling smug now, are we?
No, please go easy on me.
Go on.
Where was I? Well, anyway, I thought to myself, seeing as the item itself came from Natlan, it would make more sense if I could find someone from there to go retrieve it. And by a stroke of complete and utter coincidence, I just so happened to see these two young folks wandering around, so I'm so very sorry I underestimated the pair of you.
I need you to clear something up for me. You haven't paid the seller yet, correct? And yet he told you to collect the item from the Palais Mermonia. Was he not worried that you just split afterwards?
Well, to be honest, though I can't claim to know him very well, he, on the other hand, seems to know my name and where I live. Besides, this is a guy who managed to get his hands on an ancient Natlanese weapon. That's probably not the kind of person I want to double-cross.
Fair. That makes sense. So, Mr.
Please, just call me Argento.
All right, Mr. Argento. Listen very carefully to what I'm about to say. It will determine how much of the rest of your life you'll be spending beneath the waves.
What does he mean? Is he gonna drown him just like they do in those gangster films?
This guy, seriously.
Oh, I get it. He's talking about that place at the bottom of the Fontainian Sea.
Shh, can it?
Owing to your suspected involvement in the illicit trade of Natlanese relics, you're now one of the suspects in an international smuggling case. A trip to the Opera Epiclese seems unavoidable at this stage, but on the bright side, you still have one chance to make things right.
Okay. Do I really? Please tell me what to do.
It's very simple. Just reach out to your seller in the same way as usual, arrange to meet, bring the money, and make the deal. Just be sure to let me know all the details. I'm talking time, place, the whole lot. If we can catch the other party by doing this, you'll have gone some way toward redeeming yourself. Understand?
Oh, I see. I understand. You shall have my full and unadulterated cooperation.
Good. Don't break the law, and don't even think about making a run for it. The Palais Mermonia will be watching you and ensuring your safety. All right, take the box, but leave your ID and other documents behind. You can go now. As for you two, protocol dictates that I should take you both back to the Palais and have you sign a confidentiality agreement. But that would take a lot of time and effort.
Such a hassle, bro!
See, Mr. Kakuku knows exactly where I'm coming from. So, I was thinking, since you're all friends of the Traveler...
I understand, sir. We got dragged into this by accident, and it has diddly squat to do with us. And out of respect for the Traveler, we won't say another word.
Oh, I know this part. We better keep our mouths shut, or we'll both be sleeping with the fishes in the tailor-made pair of cement shoes.
Auroron, you can't believe everything you see in the movies.
In that case, I understand completely.
What's with the gangster accent?
Not exactly what I was going for, but if that's... then it's settled. Thanks for your help. Boy, am I glad that's over. That's enough work for one day. Time to head back.
Auroron was killing me this event. Yeah, he's killing me, too. Like, you can't just believe everything you see in the movies, Auroron.
Judging by your expression, it must be good news, huh?
It went smoothly, on the whole.
Risley recounts what happened. It all makes perfect sense, but somehow it feels like Risley has glossed over a lot of the bro talk.
So basically, we hold off until Argento and the other party have set up the next stage of the transaction. Then...
Patience will be key.
I get that. It's like hunting. I'm just not sure the other party will take the bait so easily.
Well, if he didn't need the money, or if he valued self-preservation over making a profit, he could have walked away as soon as the contraband was brought to the Palais Mermonia.
The fact that he didn't back down means there's something else at play here.
On top of that, although he hasn't shown his face yet, he seems to have no followers or accomplices, and he's relying on an extremely limited set of options to push the deal along. So, if you ask me, he seems like someone who cares a lot about his image and has a somewhat high opinion of himself, but lacks any real ability. I almost get the feeling that if he misses out on this opportunity, he won't have any other way of making money.
Hey, Christiana, do you think we should have a firm talking to with Auroron and Sit Lally when we return to Natlan?
His every move is like a spin of the roulette wheel, hoping that the ball will land exactly where he wants it to. Or, I don't know. Maybe he'll cut his losses and vanish into thin air, and our efforts will have been in vain. At least Natlan will get the stolen relic back, so it won't have been for nothing.
In that case, let's hope his arrogance stays in play.
Everyone, I have just briefed the Marechaussee Phantom on the situation. As soon as there are any further developments, we will act without delay.
So Lally not being here is probably the reason why he's letting loose so far. No pillows to tell him no. Yeah. But his other granny is here to his other granny is here to relay information, so I don't know if that's exactly smart.
When that time comes, we will be relying on your help.
Leave it to us.
We'll be waiting for the good news.
And everybody, if we finish early, well, we'll figure out what to do from there. We'll figure out what to do later. Let's see, how are we doing on time? Okay, we still got some time before the ad break. Oh, before I do that, I gotta show you this. I did get a Sculphier. And she is looking good so far. And after seeing her in the quest, there's no denying she is definitely Fontaine's Gordon Ramsay. Okay, definitely not replacing that one. I picked up an Electro Goblet. I'm trying to see if there's anyone who could use this. Might give you a heart attack. A double AK insta C1. Oh, you got two of her in one go? Congrats. She's working so well with the Nuvi team. Oh, she works well with Nuvalette? I understand her shred goes down significantly though if she's not on a pure freeze comp. Let's see. I am glad I got her because I hear rumors that she will be a good support for Skirk, which by the way, I'm guaranteed because I actually lost the 50-50 to Mizuki trying to get C1 and more Aoife cons. Yeah, buffing Cryo and Hydro, so I got him on a freeze team with Silali and Siege Queen. I got her on a freeze team. I got her on a freeze team with Ayaka, Shenhe, and Farina. Wow. I really need to start going to bed earlier, because I don't know why the name was escaping me just then. Sorry, I'm just trying to see who could benefit from this Electric Goblet I picked up. Actually, that one's pretty good, so I'm not going to give it to her. And that one's an onset goblet with good stats, so not her. Wait, what about the Electric Goblet for, That's good crit damage, but the rest of the stats are kind of doo-doo. Eh, well, the rest of the substats are kind of doo-doo also. Maybe? How the Abyss tricked you this round? The Varessa boss was being stingy. Oh, yeah. So I had some difficulties, but after some trial and error, I finally found a team comp that was able to help me get on top. For the first half of floor 12, I used Mawika, Shenhe, Sitlali, and Shilonen. And for the second half, I used Kinich, Emily, Bennett, and Zhangling. And I was able to finish it all off with time to spare. So yeah, I was able to do it, but it took some trial and error. Because the two local legends in the first half of floor 12 were resistant to Animo, so my Chaska comp wouldn't have done the job.
Colette sent someone to contact us this morning. That must mean there's been some progress. No time to waste. Let's head out.
Okay, everybody. We are less than 10. Let's see. We are not too far away from another ad break happening. So to make sure that we don't get interrupted at a critical moment for during the story, I'm gonna go ahead and step away because I gotta transfer my laundry anyway, and we're gonna go ahead and let the ad break run. But we'll be back. For rest of Save My Soul. Oh, did she help you with the second half? Anyway, I'll keep chatting with y'all when I get back. I gotta transfer laundry and let these ads run. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody. Is this song Amelie? Oh, the previous one? Yeah, it was.
Huh? Where'd that wind come from?
Oh, yeah, I love Amelie. Like, I actually had the privilege to meet her twice. Oh, shit, Shinda, welcome over in on the YouTube side. Let's see. Do you know I have a pic of lightning I captured? Oh, hey Shadow, do you want to post that in the server? Because I would love to see that. I love pictures of lightning. Let's see. Varessa saved my soul. She did. Pure overload. Oh, I'm guessing you're running. I'm guessing you're running her on a team with Chevrouse on that note. I'm not in yours. However, I can post it in the one server we're in and tag you. Okay. Hey, J10, welcome on in. Hang on, let me give a shout out to J10. Everybody, please go check out J10. J10 is a VTuber on the Purgatory stream team, and they're really awesome. They're really awesome to hang around with. I'm Oika, Varessa, Eonson, and Chevy. Hey, let's go. Oh, Christiana, did I tell you? At GalaxyCon 2 months ago, I met Chevrouse's voice actor. And Kachina's voice actor was there too. Both of them were really nice. Been finishing up some purchases for the tournament.
Hey,
I'm setting up at my job.
We're not late, are we?
That sounds cool. Oh yeah, they were both really sweet. Also, I didn't know this at first, but Kachina's voice actor also voice acted Gemma from Monster Hunter Wilds.
No, you're just in time. Well rested, I trust?
Staying busy keeps you sharp.
A great way to stay energetic, certainly.
Have you all started preparing?
We received word from Mr. Argento yesterday, confirming the time and location of the transaction.
I miss out on stuff like that, even when Allegra Clark was in Trinidad. Hey, yo! I would have loved to meet Allegra Clark. I mean, she's the voice of Captain Beto and Acheron. Also, she's the voice of one of the girls in the crowd that asked Miyabi to step on her, which I thought that was pretty funny. Like, you like it? Oh, I don't like it. I love it. And yeah, I'm not joking. They confirmed it was her that said, Miyabi, please step on me.
It'll take place this afternoon, and it turns out it'll be somewhere we all know pretty well, too. The Film Fantasyland restaurant.
Also, I should probably stop saying stuff before it gets clipped.
Oh, really? Huh. He sure does like that place.
But...
Seems like you share our concerns, Traveler.
Indeed. Capturing someone in a crowded event venue will be much more challenging than in an open area.
And this man, I will never get tired of seeing him.
The criminal might try to blend in with the crowd, or even escape by taking hostages. In light of this, we've had to make additional preparations. As soon as we received the news yesterday, we began coordinating with the Marechaussee Phantom.
Welcome on in.
Special Security and Surveillance
Thank you for
Patrol.
coming in. How'd you find my stream, if you don't mind my asking?
Mm-hmm. We'll be deploying lots of undercover agents on site. If things go south, the safety of the civilians will be our top priority. Of course, fingers crossed, everything will go without a hitch.
I noticed a bunch of familiar faces from the previous case, like Captain Chevrouse of the Special Patrol, so I'm feeling optimistic.
We'll trust your instincts, then. Oh, yeah, and by the way, we've also been in communication with Miss Lapine Pauline and Miss Navia.
The Spina di Rosula will provide support within a controlled scope, so there's no need to worry.
The only potential issue
That's not a random
is
stream run to
with
Genshin.
Miss Escoffier.
Well, welcome on in. Who's your favorite character in Genshin? And are you currently saving for anybody? She wants to introduce them to her chopping board.
You know what? That might not be such a bad idea.
Risley!
All right, no more jokes. Miss Escoffier has made it clear that she doesn't want her restaurant to suffer any losses as a result of this operation. But, well, I have a feeling things might not go quite as smoothly as she hopes.
Is there anything I can do?
To be honest, we shouldn't have dragged you into this in the first place, and it's caused you quite enough trouble already. The Fontainian authorities should be able to handle the rest from here. But still, I'm guessing you'd like to see how it all turns out.
Definitely.
Well then, feel free to head down to the scene, but just stay alert and play it by ear. You won't necessarily have to do anything. Unless things go pear-shaped, of course.
I'm saving up for a Cryo Archon. Oh, you're saving for the Saritsa. I admire the dedication.
I'll do my best to ensure that things don't escalate to that point.
You're getting involved too, Kinich?
Of course. There are still a lot of unanswered questions, but our intel so far indicates that the culprit's from Natlan. Plus, I'm already a witness in this case. Might as well see this thing through to the end.
Now, who's your all-time favorite character so far, I should ask? And who's your main?
That's the Kinich we know and love.
The group goes on to discuss the specifics of the operation and things to watch out for. For once, the conversation goes surprisingly smoothly. Perhaps Ahau and Kakuku aren't present. It's just as well, really. Things could have gotten awkward if Ahau showed up and started cursing out Nouvellette.
Well, that's enough of the small talk. The operation's scheduled for the afternoon. If we're quick enough, we'll even have time for a few cups of tea before we leave.
Oh, and let's grab something to eat too. Can't work on an empty stomach, you know.
But won't you just be watching?
And rooting for you. It's a very important job.
All right, I'll head over to the venue now. Ahau's been harping on for days now about this event-exclusive meal he wants to try. Guess I might as well shut him up sooner rather than later.
Golly. I think I had new neighbors move in, and this guy's a heavy stepper.
See you in a bit.
I look forward to hearing how it all goes.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. There's some people at my work, there's some people in my work who are like heavy steppers. Like let's just say I could hear them walking for a mile away, and my only comment is, wow, they're a professional upstairs neighbor.
This beach seems to be getting livelier by the day.
Thanks in part, surely, to the undercover agents.
Traveler, Paimon's getting kinda hungry. Let's go check out the restaurant menu, shall we?
Yeah, let's. The guy at the case. It's got to be him. Alright, it's business time.
Your friend thought you might be thirsty. Won't you stay and drink it?
I tend to steer clear of drinks left out in the open.
You're not going anywhere, buddy.
You're surrounded. Give up and come with.
You lousy swine!
Stop right there!
Oh, look! A surprise performance! Wow! How lucky we are!
After him!
Love the aesthetic change in this.
Sorry, my guy. Unlicensed and illegally docked. This boat's not going anywhere.
Navia, my queen.
Quick! Don't let him get away!
Be careful!
That was a Hal doing it.
Lowly worm! No one flies higher than the almighty Dragon Lord! Who's stealing my fuck?
that's a wrap.
That's all, folks.
Unbelievable! You can't just drag someone around like that! Such blatant disregard for human life! I'm gonna sue the living daylights out of you!
Will you now? I think I did you a favor by pulling you away from your audience. Saved you some face at the very least. As for whether you were facing up or down along the way, well, that was your decision, wasn't it?
Why, you... All right, I admit it. I was in the wrong. Oh, of course I know the difference between right and wrong, but I had no choice. I desperately needed the money. I was an expert on ancient relics. Not only did I have a successful career, but a happy family too. But my son, I never imagined he'd turn out this way. Fell in with the wrong crowd and ended up shoulder deep in gambling. We had some savings, but he drained them away like a waterfall. Once he fell into debt, he had creditors regularly coming over to threaten and intimidate him. I'm his father. How could I just stand by and watch him suffer like that? Oh, my son is about the same age as you are. If only he could have turned out more like you. That's the only reason I needed the money. Please, believe me.
Yeah, I can understand that, but unfortunately, the ends don't justify the means.
You... Please, kid, I'm begging you. Help me. I see you're from Natland too. That makes us brothers. Please, have mercy. I still have a chance to help my son straighten himself out. But only if I get back. If I go to prison now, he'll be doomed, I tell you, doomed! And isn't standing together and fighting for a better future what families do? Our fate is in your hands, young man. Please, have a heart.
Something wrong, Kinich? Gone soft, have we?
I don't believe a word you say. Wriothesley had you just about figured out. You're a gambler. Pure and simple.
A gambler? Me? Nonsense! I told you, it's my son!
First of all, are you really from Natlan? You've been keeping tabs on the gun's whereabouts this whole time. You should have recognized at least one familiar face by now. On top of that, the way you threatened to sue me? Spoken like a true Fontainian, if you ask me.
Huh? What kind of logic is that? I can explain. I actually grew up in...
I don't want to hear another word. Ahau, here's your chance. Shut someone else up for once.
The moment I've been waiting for. Eat this, scumbag!
Being a compulsive liar is one of the hallmarks of a die-hard gambler. I bet you're just a Fontainian pretending to be from Natlan. Even if you have any friends or family to speak of, I'm guessing they've long since cut all ties with you. And
Give me
you
the
have
better
your
barbecue sauce than
depraved
sweet spicy
ways
chili.
to thank for that.
I mean, it should still be good though, right?
Of course. I might be wrong.
Damn, I was going to town on this guy.
But does that matter?
And he's just so casual about it too.
I'm just here to arrest you. If you're looking for an advocate or a shoulder to cry on, you're out of luck. Besides, prying the truth out of you is exactly what your beloved courts are for. Isn't that right?
Oh, this is too good. It's right. It's been a while, Mr. Kinich. The Special Patrol will take this criminal off your hands now.
Many thanks.
Please, I should be willing to thank you for all the help you've given us.
And me? What about me? So rude. You should be bowing down in gratitude to the almighty Dragon Lord.
The epitome of said calmly, exactly. As you wish. My thanks to you, also to Mr. Kakuku, for your show-stopping performances.
Hey, what do you mean? Hold it right there!
Don't worry. I'm fine. I wasn't the one who just got dragged all the way here.
You seemed a little upset just now.
Little Kinich, thinking back to when you were just an itty-bitty boy, Kinich, aren't ya? Aw, don't start crying like a little baby. I am the almighty Dragon Lord! No servant of mine will be seen acting so weak and pathetic in public!
What are you on about?
Bad or how? Bad.
Still, I suppose there's no point hiding it from you. To put it plainly, I can't stand gamblers. They're the most irresponsible people in the entire world. No respect for the principle that you have to give in order to get. They'll tell 1,000 lies for a single coin, deluding themselves into thinking they can use it to gamble their way to a vast fortune. But we all know that even when it looks like you're getting something for free, there's always an unseen cost. In the past, I also ended up paying a price for my father's gambling losses. I don't want anyone else to end up in a similar situation if I can help it.
Kinich.
Don't feel sorry for me. I certainly don't feel sorry for myself. They say that people are shaped by their past. And since I've made it this far, I must have done a lot of things right. We should never punish ourselves for the mistakes of others. Instead, I choose to remember the moments that helped me grow. Like when I first learned to use a grappling hook.
Oh, young Kinich.
Or the very first time I yearned for knowledge.
I get it.
Yeah, I believe you. Let's get going. If we don't head back soon, we'll cause more unnecessary worry.
Return with Kinich. So everybody, it looks like we're gonna finish earlier than expected. So what I think I'll do is I'll end the YouTube side of stream, and we'll probably switch over to Pirate Yakuza until it's time to join the Repo collab. But we'll see how I'm feeling. We'll see what we're up to.
Yay! Traveler Kinich, you're back! We just saw Chevro's taking the criminal away! She looked pretty pleased with herself.
Our opponent was pretty weak.
So after so much running in circles, turns out he had no fight in him, huh? Guess running away was the only trick up his sleeve. Oh, also, Risley said to let you know that he's already left. He went to report back to the Palais Mermonia. Apparently, the Marisho say Phantom's preparing to carry out an in-depth investigation into illegal gambling activities. Sounds like they'll have their hands full. Anyway, that's for the Palais to worry about, not really our concern.
Judging by how fast the Duke took off, I'd say he was avoiding my camera. But I guess I'm used to that by now.
Hey, it's not like you to give up so easily, Charlotte.
It's fine. I got plenty of other great shots back there. More than enough for a front page spread. And on that note, this PC reporter needs to scoot. These photos won't develop themselves.
Make sure you pick the best shots of Paimon. Oh, already gone. Hope she heard that.
You can trust her judgment, Paimon. She's a professional photographer.
Yeah, you're right. But what took you all so long to get here? Did something happen?
Hal bonked his head and started crying.
What? Rumors and slander! When have I, the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula, ever sunk to such sniveling?
I remember seeing something funny when Natlin first came out. People took a look at a Hal and then to Paimon and said, "Perhaps I treated you too harshly."
Often, actually.
Anyway, what's next? He has a whole crying emote. Who, a Hal does?
To be honest, I haven't decided yet. At the moment, I've got nothing urgent to get back for. And, in any case, the court might need me to testify again. Plus, that gun's still a key piece of evidence. I'll probably have to wait until the case is closed before I can return it to Natlan. So, I guess I'll be sticking around to enjoy the beach a little longer.
That's what we like to hear. All right, we finished the Fontaine quest, everybody. Oh, actually, wait, no. There's still the epilogue to do. But that leaves us with almost 2 hours before we gotta join up for repo. So I think what I might do is, like I said, what I might do is I'll end the YouTube side of the stream, switch over to Pirate Yakuza, and then I'll start the YouTube side back up again when it's time to join for repo. After we do this epilogue, of course.
Now that things have reached this point, we should add
a pinch of salt?
A dash of pepper, actually.
Brilliant.
Huh? You two aren't talking about a new dessert menu by any chance, are you?
Pepper sounds a bit out of place in a dessert.
Not desserts.
Oh, we're talking about the script.
Eh?
Oh, my dear partner, photographer, rookie director. Our creativity must keep up with the overflowing enthusiasm of our fans. There's no room for dull scripts on my stage. Plot twists should strike the audience like a cloud of pepper, leaving them sneezing in surprise. Achoo!
The same logic applies in catering. I once heard Miss Emily mention that pepper could be used in perfumes. Perhaps I could find a way to make it work in desserts too.
Oh wow, first mention of Emily is since before we left Fontaine.
A peppery kick to complement the delicate sweetness of cream, perhaps.
Wow, the two of them seem to be working together so well. Paimon's struggling to imagine what a pepper cake would taste like, though.
Well, well, what do we have here? Escoffier's making a new cake?
Yes, and she's peppering in some new ideas.
Oh, how exciting! When it's ready, do let me know. I'd love to try it.
Is it just Paimon, or does it seem like everyone's even more enthusiastic now that they've finished their work?
Why shouldn't they be? When your hard work pays off, that's when you should celebrate. It's like a batch of fresh macarons. You should never let fear of sweetness stop you from adding all the filling you please. After all, if there's ever a time to pile on the sugar, it's when you're making macarons. Pile on the sugar!
Pile on the sugar!
And why are we piling on the sugar? Lepine Pauline, you're here! Is it ready? Of course! It all went according to plan.
What ready?
Huh? Were you off on some kind of important task?
I was indeed. Please accept this.
What's this? Aww! It's so cute! Let's see, we got Escoffier right here, Arena, Paimon. That's everybody who was involved in the festival.
Oh, wow! It's a panoramic view of the amusement park with everyone's illustrations on it!
Since the film Fantasyland has been such a success, we decided to create a unique souvenir to remember it by. We built this park together brick by brick, so we decided we'd all contribute to drawing this map together too.
To be fair, it was mostly thanks to Miss Lepine Pauline. She's our expert when it comes to drawing after all. But we all did our best to leave our own marks too.
That's right! And on top of that, Traveler, I'm offering you a most special privilege. You get to add a mustache to my portrait!
Us, splendiferous. Fancy a red one?
Bolognese sauce flavor. Well, that sure counts as a surprise twist. You win this round! All right then. Now that you're the proud owner of this commemorative map, you can draw as many different flavored mustaches on it as you like.
Sounds like a pretty tasty map. We'll look after it well.
Great. Your satisfaction is our #1 priority. Everything's all in order. Now it's time to relax. Forget about work and just enjoy the park.
Thank you, Navia. All right, looks like we're completely done with the event. Wait, I forgot what I was doing. Oh, I was trying to find the thing that that they just gave us. Like, but okay. So everybody, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break because I gotta use the restroom anyway. And everybody over on the YouTube side, if you liked what you saw here, be sure to hit like and subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to see more. And I will be going live again at 5 p.m. EST for Repo with friends. So hope to see you then. But everybody on the Twitch side, don't go anywhere. We're gonna temporarily swap over to Pirate Yakuza in place of that for a bit before we go into Repo with friends. So I'll be right back, everybody.